think about it. Think about it. Is there another way to do this? Is there another thing that everybody else is missing? Back in London again today. You can tell I've got the new phone holder, which is great. When I started working here, I always hoped that it would never become normal and I'd become blasé about working here because it's such an amazing place, but that's Downing Street I'm just going past now. Big Ben behind me. It's just kind of becomes part of my normal working routine, just like everybody else's does, and it's kind of great and it's kind of sad as well, you know, that you don't kind of get that excitement. It is an amazing place to come into and be able to sit and work, but it can be a bit of a pain just trying to get in and out. Sebastian Vettel, not very happy with you, sir. That was not the kind of driving you expect from someone who is a 4-time world champion. Anyway, enough of sport and things that may be relevant if you're watching this outside of time. If you're a regular vlog watcher, you'll know that I often tend to play more classical stuff on alto sax than I do on the other two. And I just had a phone call on the way back this afternoon asking me to perform this piece by John Williams with a piano player for a classical recital at the end of the summer. In a really, really, really posh country house, kind of like stately home, for this summer classical musical series, which is fantastic. Just means I better start practicing it. Really not liking this reed, and this room is too hot. Fitting a soprano reed isn't really going to make much difference either, is it? Wow, I am so out of practice on that. It's only been like, well, probably actually about 6 months since I played it, and it's certainly showing. The main thing I wanted to talk about in today's vlog was something I actually spoke about in a vlog episode last week, but it didn't make the final edit because basically the vlog was going on and on and on and on forever. Am I lit okay here? So that appears better. What I wanted to talk about was kind of forging a career in anything really, but especially from my experience in music and how difficult it can be just to follow somebody else's path. I know I've fallen into this trap before a lot of times and still do from time to time, of comparing myself to others. And I wanted to make a video, and I'm kind of spoiling it a little bit by telling you, but my concept behind the video was, especially within jazz, you've got a stage. Okay, let's say we've got a stage in a club or a theatre, whatever, and everyone wants to get onto that stage to play to an audience. Earlier on in your life, if you're a musician as you're growing up, you get on a stage, somebody else's stage, but you get to be on that stage and get an audience. Sometimes it's just an audience of parents and things like that, but that applause becomes addictive. That applause becomes what you seek and what you recognise as having done a good job. But that's not true. And the biggest problem you have is that other people see that stage and they want to get onto that stage. And more people get onto the stage until it becomes so crowded, you actually almost have more people on that stage than are in the audience. And especially in jazz, we have that problem, where there are so many more musicians than there are people who want to come and listen to the music, particularly the music that is perceived to be jazz, and that's a topic for another vlog. But what I'm getting at is, if you keep going down these perceived pathways, you keep looking at getting these certain gigs at these certain venues, which means you've made it. Take, for example, in the UK, I get a gig at Ronnie Scott's, therefore, you know, I'll tick that box. I played at Ronnie Scott's 11 years ago. It doesn't make that much difference to your career. but you have all these kind of progressions of different things that you want to do. But actually, the real innovators, and I can bring people like Ronnie Scott into this. Ronnie Scott created his jazz club so that he and other people could play modern jazz and then bring over great American players. But he didn't go onto somebody else's stage to do that. He went over somewhere else, created his own stage, and built his own audience. But then everybody else sort of moves like herd-like from one stage to the other. Do you get what I mean? And we do that a lot. And actually, what will really be of greater success, not just to you, but to the scene and actually building an audience, is not to keep not to keep pushing your way to the front of the stage, but to go away and create your own stages. You know, go away and play your music within the tradition to which you belong, but create your own gigs. Get people. It's hard work. That's why people don't like to do it. It's always perceived to be easier to follow somebody else's path and tag on the end of their coattails. But try and go forward and create your own stages. And that's hard. That's entrepreneurial. That's whatever line of work you're in. Don't always look for the easiest route, because so many other people are taking that route. Think about it. Think about it. Is there another way to do this? Is there another thing that everybody else is missing? Either because it's harder, or because they haven't thought about it, or because they haven't got that skill maybe. And try and get over and create somewhere else. There's a very good video in that, I hope, anyway. Maybe I'll launch a Kickstarter project to make that video properly, in a proper theatre and things, and we'll get Max down and do it. But that's my 2 pence worth for today. It's been a busy day. I've still got a bit of Glastonbury that I want to watch, and I've got all my other stuff I need to do as well today. So my Joby stand has broken a bit, so let's see if I can glue it on properly. I was going to head out to finish today's vlog, and I still might go for a walk in a bit because I need to close my rings, but Chic are on Glastonbury and they're fantastic, and it's great to hear some live horns at Glastonbury because I haven't really heard any all weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the bass player here plays Big Bottom Girls from Spinal Tap at the start of We Are Family. The bigger the bottom. How good was that set from Chic at Glastonbury? If you get a chance to watch it on the iPlayer, make sure you do. It was fantastic. Some great horn lines, great disco music, just great things all around. I really, really love that. In fact, it reminded me a lot of my days way back when I was doing DJing, in the days of Freddie Flares, and I'll tell you about it one day in a vlog. But for now, check out the playlist below and you can hear some of, well, listen to some of the music that I used to do in the Freddie Flares set. It's a very funny story, but I'm not sharing it today. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or comments on the vlog, it doesn't have to be music related. It can be anything. I'll try my best to answer it. There have been a few really good questions come in this week, which I'll hopefully address later on. I'm just trying to make sure I close my rings on my iPhone today. And check out, if you can see, amazing sunset. I don't know if you can see it through there. It is a pretty amazing sunset. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you don't already subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. It makes such a difference to the videos that I'm able to make for you. And going forward, you'll always get to know about new videos as well, special offers for subscribers, and loads more stuff. If you already subscribe, you know how much I love you. So thank you very much for watching today's vlog. I'll see you very, very soon.